I've already taken all the extra glue off of this side, and I'm pretty much gonna be ready to put the glue back on and get this side glued up. These are the very hard glue, the very hard adhesive that they use. I'm gonna keep those on here to kind of act as a spacer to get them to where it needs to sit. Everywhere else, I'm gonna put the glue, the 3M adhesive. I'm gonna leave that link in the description for you guys if you're trying to do this. But I also left a little bit up here to make a spacer for where the A-pillar is. But the rest of it, I'm gonna put all the glue everywhere else and get this glued on. I think the biggest problem I'm gonna have with this is holding it down. There's really not a good spot to hold it. I think I might need to get some vice grips to hold it back here, but there really isn't, you know, there's no bolts, there's no way to screw it on. So I think that's gonna be the biggest issue. I'm kind of hoping that maybe if I close the door on it, the door will hold it closed. I took the striker off right now. I'm gonna put that on after I put the rocker on, and that way I can shut the door and make sure the door looks good. But with the door on, you can slide the rocker in. I only took it off so I could cut it out, which was a smart idea. But with the door on, you can slide the front in there and you don't have to worry about having the door off and then putting that back on. So it's, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. Like I said, the biggest thing is just gonna be clamping it and figuring out how to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and cover up, grind this stuff down, sand the rust down and cover that up. And we'll go from there. All right, I applied all of the glue on the rocker. It is a little bit fluid, so it does drip a little bit, so I'm gonna have to go around and brush, but I do have all the glue where it needs to be on the panel. And I also put a whole nother bead on all the spots on the car side also. That way it's not as thick as the GM stuff, but when you go to put two halves on, it should all work out. So all of that's on there. So now I'm gonna take the rocker and just put it on. right, guys, I have this on now. It's drying up. This is it's very hard to line it up with the door on and get it clamped. So that was the biggest thing that I ran into. So basically what this looks like is the door is actually holding the rocker where it needs to be while the glue dries. I think maybe this is a good way to do it. The floor jack and the hood prop rod is just kind of holding that up so it's squished against the bottom of the frame and everything. As you can see, that line right there looks really good. And this is all very even down to the end. It's very flush, doesn't stick out or anything. So I feel like the rocker's in a good spot. When you look up here, that is that piece, this piece right there is where it needed to be. When we go inside here, the gasket of the door is on top of the rocker, so it's not gonna make a wind noise. I stuck those cardboard pieces in there just to squish the rocker panel onto the frame a little bit more. It was, so I stuck those in there to get a better fit on there. The back piece up here is about 1/2 inch away, which is what it was from factory. And once again, you can see that the gasket for the door is right on top of the rocker, just like it is. There's always adjustment in the door also after if I need to really adjust anything, but since the gasket is looking good, I would say that we're probably gonna be in a good spot. As you can see right here, that line is really good. You can also, from the back, I probably can't get it on camera, but from the back, you can actually look in here and you can check to make sure that everything is good with the gluing, and there's nothing that gets glued back on this back end right there. So all of it is up on the frame down there, but if you have a flashlight, you can at least look in there and see how it looks, and this looks good. The last part is the bottom of the rocker. And if you look underneath, obviously the jack helps hold it up, but the bottom of the rocker is nice and tight against that. Right, it barely moves when you move it with your hand, so it should be good to go. You can also look on this side, the front side, and see if the glue is touching, and pretty much it looks like it's all set. So I'm not sure if, you know, GM would say that this is the approved method to do this, but I think having the door, put the door on and hold that closed, tighten that up and shut the door, I think it's gonna hold it where it needs to be. I did save some glue in case when I take it off, I wanna stick some more glue in some spots. I did use about 1 3/4 tubes of this glue. You know, you can really overdo it with the glue, or you could just do what you want. But 1 3/4 basically. I left some just in case I need to redo some spots or add a little bit extra if I don't like the way that it looks. So you guys can get this on Amazon. It's not cheap, but obviously it is what you guys want to get. So this thing is going to dry up now for the rest of the day, and we're going to move on to fitting some quarter panels on the passenger side. And then obviously once this is all dry and I can open that door, I will be fitting the wide body fenders on this side. So if you guys have any questions about anything I did or anything, just let me know, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you. So thank you guys for watching.